Who do I have as my value play at the Withers this weekend? Stay to the end to find out.
Trust the Profits is proud to be sponsored by Game of Silks. Go to silks.io to get in the game. Real ownership, real races, real rewards.
Thank you, Game of Silks, for being our sponsor on this. Love to have Game of Silks around. It is the best. And I'm going to be talking to you about the Withers today. We've got a huge slate of races this weekend, Derby prep races. This is the third of four that I'm talking about. And if you're wondering about the order here, well, I'm talking about the Southwest and Holy Bull before the Withers and the Robert Lewis. It's very simple. Some tracks get their information, their PPs, and their entries out earlier than others. That's right. The earlier Santa Anita gets their stuff out there, the earlier Aqueduct gets their stuff out there, the earlier we know about the entries, the earlier we can promote their races. Works for them, works for us. If they don't put their stuff out until middle of the week, if we don't find out who's entered into the race until like Wednesday or Thursday, then we only have so much time to promote, and it's good for us, it's good for them if they get that stuff out there early. Am I right? That's right. Okay, but we're moving on to the Withers. That's right. What we got here? Got about 9 horses or so running at Aqueduct and the Withers and the G3 going 9 furlongs. Yeah, that's right. It's half of a furlong longer than most of the other stakes races at this point, leading up to the Kentucky Derby. It is at Aqueduct. It is February 3rd. 9 horses. We got some solid quality trainers in there. It is a G3. Got the odds there as well. Lightline, 8 to 5 morning line. Oh, wow, Lightline is drawing some attention with that morning line there. But like I said, I've got some value plays. I got a couple underneath plays that I like, and we will get to that in a moment. But let's go through each horse one by one. Starting with Speedrunner. As you can see, we got our Game of Silks owners down below there when it applies. Game Runner, a Speedrunner. Speedrunner is yeah, one win in 2 races so far. Last race he won was a 9 furlong maiden special weight race, so he goes the distance, winning by a neck over Malarchuk. The two are battling the whole way. Speedrunner applying some pace pressure early, overcoming that at the end, passing up Malarchuk there. A very solid, sturdy effort by Speedrunner in that race. Previous to that, a third place finish in a 7 furlong maiden special. And Speedrunner, trained by Todd Pletcher. Make a note of that. Deposition in 6 races, 1 win. Last time out, 7th place finish, dead last at the Heft Stakes, Laurel Park. Never challenging in 7 furlongs. I mean, I could probably stop right there for Deposition. I am not interested in this horse, but we will move on. Broke his maiden in his 4th maiden special weight race. 4th attempt in a maiden. He had another stakes race in there. This was the third one at Parks. This is mainly a Parks horse, but he has traveled around a bit. He went 1 mile 70 yards, came in 4th place, coming back from 4th place there. So he goes the distance, going more than a mile, adding on 70 yards there. Don't know if he can go the full 9 furlongs and be impressive. Doesn't show much previous to that. We're moving on from Deposition. Lightline. Yeah, you hear that, you get a little bit excited, and then you realize there's no F in front, right? Am I right? 1 win in 3 races, 2 second-place performances as well. Came in second to Carbone in 140K 1 mile allowance optional claiming race at Oaklawn, closing hard, but still finishing 4 lengths back. And I mean, Carbone. If you've seen my previous full field rundowns, you'll know that I like that horse. So finishing 4 lengths behind really tells you where Lightline going 8 to 5 here is in comparison to Carbone. Am I right? Am I right? Brad Cox trained. Got to keep an eye on him. 8 to 5. El Grande O. The elder statesman in this race, 9 races to his name so far, finishing in the money and 7 times in those races. 2nd-place finish going 1 mile at the Jerome Stakes. Held the lead for a while in that one, but drum roll please, passing big time, beating him by 3 3/4 lengths. Drum roll please. Had a very solid close in that race. Did come in 1st place at the Sleepy Hollow Stakes again, going a mile in that one. Nearly going gate to wire in that, beating BD Saints by 1 1/4 lengths at the finish there. Is one time finish, sorry, yeah, seven, 8 times finishing in the money out of 9. The one time he finished out was at a graded 1 stakes race. It was at the Champagne Stakes, finishing fifth there, holding close to the lead, holding a better position, fading to fifth in that one, trained by Linda Rice. Linda Rice, always dangerous at Aqueduct. Seminal Chief, 2 wins in 3 races for Seminole Chief. Based on the name, guess where he runs? Gulfstream. Big whoop. First place at the Gulfstream Park. Florida Sire in reality stakes, going 8.5 furlongs in that one, taking over around the three-quarter mile marker there. Ended up winning the race half a length over Secret Lover. Previous win of that was his was a maiden special weight race. Jack Sisterton training Seminole Chief. Society Man. Yeah, Society Man. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about a horse previous. Deposition, Society Man, I'm even less thrilled with. One third place finish in 2 attempts. 2 attempts to break his maiden. That third place finish, maiden special weight race at Aqueduct, 4 1/4, 4.5 lengths back of Speedrunner and Malarchik in the race that we just talked about. That tells you about where Society Man is in this race. Not a threat, in my humble opinion. Yeah. Mission Beach, possible threat here. Mission Beach, 2 wins in 4 races, winner of a 54K 6 furlong allowance optional claiming race, closing from fifth to win that one by 1 3/4 lengths over Uncle Cat Meow. Fourth of 4 in the G3 Bob Hope Stakes, 20 lengths behind Nisos in that one, but who wasn't? Well, the 2 other horses in front of him, let's be honest. Fifth at the G1 Hopeful Stakes, going 7 furlongs in that one. Losing ground at the end, finishing 5 lengths behind Nutella Fella. This is a Russell and Russell joint. Mission Beach, obviously my main concern here is what we've seen from him in graded stakes so far has yet to hit the board, especially in the Bob Hope. I mean, yeah, I said he finished 420 lengths behind and Nisos was in front of him, but still 2 other horses he could beat and just didn't really show a whole lot there. The Hopeful, a G1, finished fifth there, and obviously we're going up some distance. These other 2 races, right? He's running one-turn races mostly, so I'm not exactly sure about Mission Beach in this one. Uncle Henry from Parks, 2 wins for the uncle. Uh, Winner of the Wait for It stakes, going 1 mile and 70 yards and beating Notice of Action in that one by over a length. Previous to that, ran another stakes race, the Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes. Got off to a bit of a rough start. In dead last, ended up improving to fifth in that one, but he was 10 lengths back of Capo in that one. Of the Parks horses, Uncle Henry to me is the most interesting. He's the horse that I feel like you probably could end up putting in some sort of box trifecta, if you will, one that could hit the board. We'll see when we get to the end if he hits the board for me. And what do we got here? How do you say that? Canate? Cante? Canante? Canate? Canate? Not gonna work here. Anyway, five races for, we'll say, Canate. 1 win, one third place. Third place at the Drome, for what it's worth. Looking like he was going to make a bid at the top of the stretch there for first, but El Grande O, having the lead at that point, was a bit stronger. Drum roll, please. Decided he was going to blow away the field, and Canate fell back to 9 lengths. So third place finish, 11 lengths back. 11 lengths back. He fell back to 11 lengths behind there. Sixth place at 127K, 8.5 furlong allowance optional claimer. After setting the pace early, fading, finishing 5 lengths back of Parchment Party. And yes, if anyone here at Trust the Prophet says Parchment Paper, I think we should be correct on that one because Parchment Paper sounds a lot better than Parchment Party. Todd Pletcher trained. Eric Cancel, aka Cancel Culture, is in the mount for this one. Of the Pletcher horses, this one feels like less of a threat to me. Definitely seems to have been fading in the past, especially going up to 8.5, 9 furlongs like this one. Definitely doesn't seem like a horse unless he takes a step forward after six. This would be a sixth race. Takes a step forward here. Maybe he's able to do something. Obviously, he's got a great trainer, but we have yet to see a whole lot from him just yet. I think that is the last one, which brings me to drumroll, please. My summary. Yeah, the safe play here is Lightline. Am I right? I mean, Lightline has to be the safe play here at 8 to 5. I do like Lightline. He's in my top two. Value play here. What I was teasing before, Speedrunner. I love Speedrunner at 5 to 1. I think Speedrunner could win this race. I'm probably going to end up taking Speedrunner in this one because Lightline at 8 to 5, I just don't like the value there, and I feel like Speedrunner has possibly even shown you a bit more at this point. So yeah, I'm going to say safe play, yeah, Lightline, sure, Speedrunner value. When you get to key, I've got Lightline set as my key here. It could be between the two of them though, because I think no matter what, they're probably both going to hit the board in some fashion, and then it's who's after them at that point. So El Grande O, I don't like at 5 to 2, but I think you got to stack them in there because El Grande O, yeah, likes to finish in the money. Only didn't finish once, and I think in this field definitely has a shot here. Seminal Chief at 12 to 1, I like the value there. It's Seminal Chief. I like what he's shown at Gulfstream so far. However, he is shipping, so there's a consideration there. But, when you judge the rest of the field here, I think Seminole Chief does start to rise with the bunch, and I do like 12 to 1 there. I like him better than horses like Canate. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to say key either Lightline or Speedrunner. Take your pick, and then stack them with El Grande O and Seminole Chief. So there you have it. That's my withers. What do you guys have? Agree, disagree? Is there a bomb in there that you love to see? Am I fading? I'm not fading Lightline, but am I discounting him too much? Is he really an 8 to 5 favorite there? Am I liking Speedrunner a little bit too much? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear back from you. And see ya.